Hi guys, welcome to the garage. And if you're new, welcome to the garage. Um, so maybe third time is a charm. It's the first day of January and I can't seem to get anything right. I am on my last day of vacation. Tomorrow I have to go back to work. Maybe that's why. Maybe the spirits are creeping up on me already, or my thought processors are creeping up on me already. Anyway, here is this is Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot for 2018. So I'm going to be doing mine in blocks of a week at a time because normally when I'm working, I can only make videos on the weekends, usually on Saturdays, sometimes on Sundays, but most often it's on Saturdays. Of course, after Simon's cup of ketchup and cards. So, today I'm going to start with days 1 through 6. And then next week I'll be doing 7 through 13, which is Saturday to Friday. So that's how I'm going to do it. All right, let's get started. So this is the third time I've done this video. The first time I got interrupted, and the second time I left out a whole section. So here we go. Let's try round 3. So I've already pulled, day 1 is energy card and major lessons. So I had already pulled those from my newly trimmed druid craft, which I love. Love these cards now. First time I've used them since I trimmed them. So I'm very excited here. And I got the 9 of Pentacles as my energy card, which I really love. She looks very content. And maybe not overly happy, but she's very content. She has her companion with her, and it's a sunshiny day, and the long flowing white gown, and yeah, so she's very content. And then my major lesson was the King of Cups. And I kind of took that as maybe I should not, I should be more discerning in who I give my love to. Because love is energy. And I don't want that energy wasted on someone who is undeserving, or someone who perhaps thinks that taking advantage of my kindness, thinking my love and my outpouring of love for people and for my friends and family is a sign of weakness, because it's not. This witch don't play that. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. But both, all in all, I think they're great cards for the start of a new year. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Ooh, almost knocked over the whole darn deck. It's always something. I tell you, I'm going to try and get through this. Okay, so that was day 1. Day 2, I got to pull out. First of all, I should show you. I printed out Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot as a reference sheet, because I do not have a desktop computer here at my mom's house. All I have is my iPad and my phone, and my phone's too small for me to look at. I know y'all dig my gorgeous glasses here, but let me tell you, these babies are trifocals. Trifocals. Can you say that? Yeah, because I have one eye that is farsighted and one eye that is nearsighted. So, yeah, good times. All right. So that was day 1, energy, major lesson. 2, top 5 tarot decks. Top 5. All right, my top 5 for this year is, well, I just came back to tarot this year after a 30-year hiatus. So this is one of the first decks I got to get me reacquainted with the RWS system again. And so, of course, Everyday Witch. Everybody knows Everyday Witch. It is a great starter deck. I think it's also a great advanced deck as well. It's just, and it can answer the tough questions. It really can. you'd be surprised. But it can also be very soft and nurturing as well. So that's one of my decks. Another one of my tarot decks this year was, let's see here, this one, this beauty. Now, if you don't recognize this, it's because this, my friends, is the Demon Tarot. Yes, I never knew. I love, 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 love this deck and wondered why I did not get it sooner. Amazing deck, hard hitting. Don't ask it a question if you don't want to know the answer, because it doesn't sugarcoat anything. It's going to give it to you whether you like it or not. You can even reshuffle if you don't like it, and it's going to tell you the exact same thing. Now, in 2018, Goran, Gogo, Nowak, gosh, I'm terrible on his last name. Anyway, Gogo, everybody knows Gogo. Okay, Goran and I are going to do some demonology study this year. I was into demonology. I practiced, well, shouldn't say practiced. I dabbled when I was in my 20s. And I learned a lot of things, and I got out of it for various reasons, which I may share at another time, but various reasons. But, you know, I'm older and I'm wiser, and, you know, Goran is young and he's full of energy, and I think it's a great learning process for me to share my knowledge of it and help him work through whatever he wants to work through or to go, but I want him to go safe. I don't want him to just go willy-nilly, you know. So I'm going to enjoy this ride with Goran on 2018 and the Demon Tarot. We're going to work with demonology and the Demon Tarot. That's what we're trying to do, is bring tarot and demonology together. So just so you know, we're not going off chasing demons or stuff like that. No, we're wanting to work it within the Demon Tarot. Okay, so deck number 3, Trickered Hero. Who didn't see this one coming, hon? Right? Right? Is this not awesome? This is a gorgeous deck. I absolutely love it. It's whimsical, it's fun, but it still gives terrific readings, terrific readings. Yeah, I'd still say it's like a Halloween time deck, but I love it. Absolutely love it. And then the last tarot deck on my list is, are you ready? Stephen Bright's Spirit Within Tarot. Okay, this deck, the end of this year, has just taken me by storm. Didn't think I'd like it. Saw Stephen working on it, going, silhouettes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, then I saw Tracy, Temperance Tarot, do a walkthrough on her deck, and she got really close to the cards. And it was like, oh, oh. And so I went and got it. And I had an amazing, amazing deck interview with this deck, and you'll be seeing more of this in 2018. Absolutely, I'm loving this deck. So that's another one of, so there are my top 5 tarot decks. Now my top 5 oracle decks. Okay, number 1 on my oracle decks is Kuan Yin. This is the Kuan Yin Oracle, and she is number 1. I finally come to the conclusion after all of this time that I really think this deck is my soul deck. And, well, I don't know. I feel it's my soul deck, but then the way we came together was I was grieving the loss of my mother. A lot of stuff happened during that time over my mom's death and with family and work and just a whole bunch of emotional stuff. And I was really down deep in grief, and I had nowhere to go to. I had nobody who understood, nobody I could rely on, and tarot came into my life, and then Kuan Yin came into my life, and she held me and nurtured me back, literally from the brink of Nutsyville. So I am forever grateful to this deck. That is my number 1 oracle deck of 2017, and probably my life, because it was the first time I understood that I could do healing and spirit work with a deck. Because 20 years, 30 years ago, the only thing you did with these was divination. And I don't think they had oracle decks back then because I don't remember them. So that was one. Two, oracle deck. Number two is this lovely deck right here. And this is the Shamans Oracle. These are cave paintings. And I was really surprised by this. I am working with Kernunos, and I just felt the need to connect with some Native American traditions. Now, I do not practice Native American traditions, okay? I do not follow and practice what Chase does, our tool vows. But I felt that I could learn from the Native Americans and their knowledge of animals. And so that's what I was really looking for, was their traditions and their knowledge of animals. And so that's what that deck has provided me with. And then lastly, I've talked about this before, you guys know this, but it is my mega deck. My mega deck, because it is 3 decks in one. 3 decks in one, yes. And this is Lucy Cavendish and Jasmine Beckett Griffith. There are 3 decks in here. There's Oracle of Shadows and Light. There is Oracle of the Shapeshifters. And then there is Le Vampire, which was so sweetly gifted to me by my friend Tom. Four Winds Wells is his channel. He hasn't put up a video in a while, but Four Winds Wells, Tom, graciously gifted me the Le Vampire deck so I could complete this mega deck. This is something that Avalon Cameron talked about. And I love this. I love this huge, as I drop all the cards on the floor. Anyway, I know somebody's going to ask me, how do you shuffle that? I don't. I shuffle it in pieces, and then I kind of, get the feeling to pull willy-nilly from whatever pile it is. So there you go. So that's my top 5 Oracle decks. Now, Day 4 is top 5 tarot books. All right. So, my top 5 tarot books are, I started off this year and I saw Simon with this book, The Secret Language of Tarot. And of course, I'm like everybody else, it seems here. You start reading a book and then it's like another book comes along and you're like, squirrel, and you never finish the first book. So I have several unfinished books that I really would like to finish. And this is actually one of them because it was a really great book. And you can see I started because I've got my tabbies up here already. So this is a terrific book for finding the deeper meaning and the deeper symbols in the RWS. Really great book. My second book that I started on is this one, 78 Degrees of Wisdom. Avalon Cameron is madly in love with Rachel Pollack, and I think I am too. I have several of her other books, including Tarot Wisdom. And so you can see I started working on this because, again, I've got all the page flags here. So, yeah, I'd love to. Some of us, or some people in the tarot community, are doing the 78 Degrees of Wisdom this month. Now, I don't know if it's a card a day or if it's a card a week. I need to find out from somebody, but I would love to join in on that too. So, there's that. That's book number 2. Book number 3, Tom Benjamin, Tarot on Earth. This is a fabulous book, people. Buy this book. I'm telling you, buy this book. One of my goals of 2018 is to be able to learn how to read pip decks. I love the beauty of pip decks, but I just can't read them. And Tom assures me that I'm going to learn how to read pip decks in this book. And I trust him because he's an extremely knowledgeable man. So, yeah, Tarot on Earth. Now, I couldn't come up with 5, but this is my 4th book, and it's not really a tarot book. It's this one, and it's the Bodhisattva of Compassion. This is about the life of Kuan Yin and how he became a she, and the wisdom and guidance of Kuan Yin mantras and affirmations and things of that nature. And so this book was also extremely, if you want to know and get closer to Kuan Yin, this is a great book to do that with. So I only have 4 books. Sorry, guys, no 5th one. Day number 5, the card that stalked you in 2017. Would you believe I have no idea what card stalked me because I didn't keep track? I didn't write down any cards or anything. I didn't know about tarot journaling until way later on. 30 years ago, we didn't do that. We used the cards for divination. There were no such thing as oracle decks. And nobody talked about healing nature or spirit work or any of the shadow work. None of that was discussed back in the day when I had cards. So this is all brand new to me, but I'm looking forward to putting some of those practices into use in 2018. So we'll see what happens in 2018. Day number 6. This is the last day I'm doing, and it says the deck you finally crossed off your wish list in 2017. Well, truthfully, all of them. I started finding tarot channels in probably February. It was kind of weird. I actually found a witchy community online, and through them I found Avalon Cameron. And her lust and zeal and knowledge for tarot just sucked me right back in. And through Avalon is where I started meeting a lot of other people into tarot on YouTube, and that's how I finally ended up making my own channel, was all of their encouragement. And so I appreciated that because, you know, I was in a shadow, but I was an avid commenter because, well, I'm a Leo and that's what we do. So, so actually in that short amount of time, I have managed to amass over 100 decks. And so we'll see what deck gets crossed off my wish list for 2018. But right now, I think I'm pretty solid for 2017. So, lastly, before I go, I know it's not on the list, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to shout out these beautiful cards that I have in these lovely little bags here. I know it's not part of Ethany's, but let me tell you something. These fabulous Lenormand cards, dead cheeky. Yes, I'm going to promote her, guys. I'm not going to stop promoting her because I'm telling you what, her cards are the shit bomb. They are the shit bomb. They are so well made, so well made. Go get you some. Get yourself a hold of some dead cheeky woman and get yourself some of these Lenormand cards from her. Do it. 2018. Okay. Now that I done told y'all off, much love, Happy New Year, and I'll see you next time.